your hats to honor America and those who support our freedom at home and abroad with the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, let's meet the team, starting with the Carnegie Mellon Tartans. Gentlemen starters for tonight's match. Number 1, Sophie Pan. Number 3, Bryn Scher. Number 5, Elizabeth Schlemmer. Number 7, Catherine Marshall. Number 14, Sienna Clement. Number 15, Caroline Smith. Number 17, Danny Lee. Number 19, Logan Devereaux. And number 20, Melissa Jin. And now the starters for the Carnegie Mellon Tartans. A 6'2" senior opposite hitter from Houston, Texas. Number 2, Bella Woodard. A 6' senior outside hitter from Davie, Florida. Number 4, Catherine Jackson. A 6'2" senior middle blocker from McLean, Virginia. Number 6, Juliana McFarland. A 5'7" junior setter from Los Angeles, California. Number 8, Neha Tomala. A 6' senior middle blocker from Hampton High School in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Number 10, Kai Harkenwerfer. A 5'6" sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 11, Izzy Safer. A 5'9" junior outside hitter from Cork Madera, California. Number 18, Kate Chow. And the liberos, a 5'5" junior from Tiburon, California. Number 9, Zoe Gabbro. And a 5'6" sophomore from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Number 11, Izzy Safer. The assistant coach for the Tartans is Aaron Street, and the head coach of Carnegie Mellon is Ann Fox. And now let's meet the Wisconsin-Eau Blue Gold. First, the non-starters. Number 4, Maya Cinemo. Number 5, Katie Mercure. Number 11, Honey Johnson. Number 12, Abigail Whirling. Number 13, Sasha Bovar. Number 14, Izzy Grace. Number 15, Nora Erickson. Number 16, Hannah Thole. Number 20, McKenna Larson. Number 21, Autumn Stream. Number 27, Rachel Johnson. Number 28, Mara Gruen. Number 29, Ivy Manning. And number 30, Amelia Harris. And now the starters for the Wisconsin-Eau Blue Goals. A 5'7" freshman setter from Maple Lake, Minnesota. Number 2, Alex Keeble. A 5'9" senior outside hitter from Excelsior, Minnesota. Number 3, Abby Stanford. A 5'5" senior defensive specialist from Rock City, Illinois. Number 6, Mary Zettel. A 5'10" senior right side hitter from Lakeville, Minnesota, number 8, Bailey Leak. A 6-foot senior middle blocker from Lakeville, Minnesota, number 10, Darion Andre. A 6-foot junior middle blocker from Roscoe, Illinois, number 24, Lily Hack. And the libero of 5'4" sophomore from Champlin, Minnesota, number 9, Caitlin Erickson. The assistant coaches for the Blue Bulls are Alexander Berger, Jody Risen, Dylan Graver, Kendra Byro, and Kyle Moore. And the head coach for Wisconsin-Eau is Kim Woody.
The road to Bloomington, Illinois, and a spot in the NCAA quarterfinals runs through the Steel City. Glad to have you tonight in the Highmark Center here in Pittsburgh. Nick Schmeg here alongside Grant Archuleta right here on NCAA.com. We are between 3 and 5 sets from now until we crown a regional champion. The contestants tonight are the Tartans of Carnegie Mellon University, ranked number 23 in the country. They are on an absolute tear right now. After winning their first UAA championship, they defeated Stevens 3-0 and number 10 Hope last night 3-2. And the top seed in this region, the Wisconsin-Eau Blue Golds, who are also ranked number 4 in the country. For the Blue Golds, they were reverse swept in their conference championship, falling to Oshkosh 3-2, but they've also been hot here in Pittsburgh this weekend. They cruised past St. Mary's of Maryland 3-0 and defeated Wittenberg last night 3-1. Grant, you've been here for every single game. This has been a great environment. It's pretty even tonight. A lot of Eau Claire Blue Golds faithful in attendance. This is going to be a tough task for Carnegie Mellon, but nothing is given yet in this tournament.
Definitely. The Blue Golds fans travel well here to Pittsburgh. They are very loud and very active. Both these teams play similarly. They attack from the outsides with Leak for the Blue Golds and down for the CMU Tartans. It'll be interesting to see how Coach Bach's CMU Tartans react after a little shorter rest than the Blue Golds. The Tartans in a 5-set thriller last night, went late into the night, hoping her team was able to get enough sleep and recovery. She made the game plan simple today and hoping to continue their tough serves against the Blue Golds.
The last time the Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds were in the regional championship was 2021. They went on to become national champions that year, defeating Calvin 3-0, 35-3 season. Carnegie Mellon has never won a regional championship, so in a program year where several records are being broken, they won their first UAA conference championship. The Tartans are looking to continue to make history. Head coach Ann Bach described this team as a freight train right now. They just aren't losing anything. Their first losses in a set or two came last night after 11 straight set wins, and we are underway. Wisconsin-Eau Claire to our left in the all-white, and Carnegie Mellon with the all-black and cardinal look to the right. First ever meeting between these two teams in program history, and it's the Blue Golds who start things off with a bang. It's Bailey Leak with the kill.
Leak so strong there at the net. All tournament been so good for the Blue Golds.
She's an all WIAC player, as are several of the starters for the Blue Golds today. CMU's on the board. Little help up front from Juliana McFarland. She was named the UAA MVP earlier this week, the first Carnegie Mellon Tartan to be the MVP in this conference since 2001. Service goes too far.
Last night, John had a couple service errors. One of the few errors for John and the Tartans last night. The Tartans did serve very well last night, looking to continue that in this regional championship.
Came all the way down to a 5th set win over Hope. It was 15-10 as Carnegie Mellon evens things up right again. Good play at the net on the right side.
Bella Woodard there with that kill. Had 11 last night against Hope. And she's quoted last night by saying she wants to make history with the Tartans.
It was 8 aces last night for CMU. They'll continue to look for their first as Eau Claire becomes dominant at the net. Bailey Leak and Darian Andre.
And that's going to be a mistake by the Tartans. The Tartans want to be so clinical with their passes. Can't give Bailey Leak anything in front of the net too easy like that.
CMU's had solid defense. Watch out for libero Zoe Gavros, who had her 1,000th career dig last night as well. That ball is just out of bounds. And no team has taken a lead greater than 1 point. We are once again tied at 3 apiece.
Danny Lee with 3 aces last night.
That gets dug right back over, and the attack comes at the net from Katherine Jackson. Just 1 touch is all it took that time for the Tartans to take a 4-3 lead here in set number 1. Service goes straight to the libero in Caitlin Erickson. CMU crosses it up on top of the net, and they put it back in play. It's Elizabeth Schlemmer.
Schlemmer, another player last night for Coach Bach, having a big night last night against the Dutch, trying to get hot early.
Nearly an ace that time, but it was dug up on the left side by Erickson, by Keeble rather, and Carnegie Mellon has strung together a handful of points here. They're up 6-3. This is just the second appearance in the regional championship in Tartans volleyball history. You got to go back to 2018. The last time that was the case. At the net, Katherine Jackson just slammed the door on Eau Claire. Timeout going to be called by the Blue Golds and head coach Kim Woody. And this place is rocking.
Jackson with that last kill for the Tartans. Had a career high 18 last night. And she just simply said she had to be bigger and stronger than the Dutch. So far, she has been bigger and stronger than the Blue Golds.
There's a large contingent of students right underneath us at center court. You may see once in a while a couple of black and white hats, as well as something that looks like a Lombardi trophy. That's the CMU football team that just won the one of the Centennial Conference and MAC Conference bowl series games earlier this afternoon. They defeated Misericordia 24-17. They are in attendance.
We got the men and women's soccer team filing in right now.
We've got just about every team in attendance here at Carnegie Mellon, as well as a large group of Wisconsin-Eau Claire parents, friends, staff, and supporters.
It has been 2 great atmospheres for the Tartans, really able to nullify any opposing fans with their energy. Looking to do the same tonight against Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
7-3 lead now for Carnegie Mellon. They were down 3-2 not too long ago. Danny Lee continues to serve, and that's an ace.
Danny Lee picking up exactly where she left off yesterday after that 3-ace game with the ace right here. And the Tartans bench getting a little too excited. We're going to have to stay back on their sideline.
Coach Ann Bach and assistant coach Aaron Street directing that message. They like to see the energy. Good continuation here from Carnegie Mellon, and that gets tapped into no man's land by Kai Herkenrother. It continues. It was pancaked off the ground. On the other side, though, it's Schlemmer. She said, Eau Claire, you had 1 chance, but not going to be a second.
Alex Keeble with the great effort for the Blue Golds to keep that one alive.
Mentioned Gavros for Carnegie Mellon, 1,000th career dig last night. For Keeble, she had her 1,000th assist yesterday when they defeated the Tigers of Wittenberg. Good work there on the right side. Bailey Leak, the senior from Lakeville, Minnesota.
Leak, a player the Blue Golds lead so heavily on in their attacking principles. Definitely someone the Tartans are taking note of.
Tough play there. Gavros, it was into the net, and nothing CMU can do that time.
Gavros kind of in an awkward position. That pass a little out of reach for Danny Lee.
So 9-5, back-to-back points for the first time in this game for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. And quick work there by Jackson on the near side.
Jackson continuing to get hot in this first set.
A massive 18 kills for her yesterday against the Hope Flying Dutch. She was hitting 283 on 46 total attacks. That was most of anyone on the team, although Kate Jown had 45 herself, hitting 222 for the Tartans. Again, a lot of power up front for Carnegie Mellon. They turned that into another point. Kai Herkenrother, the Pittsburgh native. She was announced in the pregame lineups as a product of nearby Hampton area high school. That drew a louder than probably average round of applause in this building. And what a block up front. Teamwork there from Schlemmer and McFarland.
McFarland had a couple big blocks last night along with Bella Woodard. Them two split the final block to end the match.
The dig goes right to the net, and it's a really good job there by Abby Stanwood, who Carnegie Mellon up to this point has done a good job of minimizing in this game, but Stanwood, the all-WIAC player and former Stony Brook Seawolf, is right back in the action. Service will come here from Sasha Bovard. Gavros with the dig. Attack on the near side. Goes right back to Bovard. Touch at the net, and that'll hit the ground for Bailey Leak.
Leak so good at the net, able to get it right over the front line, past the diving Gavros.
4-point deficit here for the Blue Golds, 12-8. Soft serve on the left side. And a powerful counterattack for CMU. It is Danny Lee, the freshman. Actually, that's going to be Kate Jown, it looks like, with the kill.
In this first set, the Tartans have handled themselves very well. Bit surprised after such an emotional game last night. They've come out with so much energy.
Yeah, they have just been riding this roller coaster of setting records and making program history left and right. There's another block at the net. Juliana McFarland getting some help that time from Bella Woodard. And it's another lead for the Tartans, 14-8. That one lobbed over the net. And a little behind the back touch by Keeble. Nifty move there by the freshman for the point.
Keeble, just a freshman, like you said, but all tournament playing like a veteran.
She's this year's WIAC Newcomer of the Year. Showing off some of her potential in her rookie campaign. Keeble with the set. Set comes near the stands for Jown. And a light touch, a layup, and a point for the Blue Golds. That time it's Darian Andre. Andre playing in her 101st set this season, hitting 284 up to this point. Service error for the Blue Golds. It was Keeble who put that into the net. It's a 5-point lead for the Tartans. Kate Jown will serve for CMU. Second team All-UAA player, leads this team with half an ace per set. But a missile gets launched by Abby Stanwood. And Eau Claire will side him out.
The Blue Gold's not phased at all by that run by the Tartans. Yesterday, they were on the back half of a couple runs by Wittenberg, but able to dig themselves out, able to win that match.
At the net, set wasn't exactly where Tumala wanted to put it. And the point goes in favor of the Blue Golds.
Great vision there by Erickson to see that one out. That one was right at her face, able to dodge it.
Excelsior, Minnesota's Abby Stanwood with the serve. She's 21st in the nation with over 4 kills per set. Touch at the net, a little tap from Bailey Leak. That's all that point required. They've cut a deficit from half a dozen points down to just a pair. Serve too far for Stanwood. CMU will take that freebie.
Shern with 3 aces last night. So good at the line for the Tartans.
Eau Claire sends it back over. Carnegie Mellon slows it down a little bit, and it gets sped up by Bella Woodard. Back-to-back points for the Tartans as Shern will look to serve again. Sophomore from Englewood, Colorado. Got the libero in Erickson right down to the ground to dig that up. Tough set by Hergenrother. Has to just be sent back over for the Tartans. Blue Gold's looking to exploit that. There's Leak. Powerful attack, another over from CMU. And again, the Leak takes a different approach this time. Nothing doing yet. That ball is, officials looking at one another, too far out of bounds, and the Blue Golds take the points.
Looks like Jackson wanted that linesman to say that it took a touch off the Blue Golds. The Tartans not going to get it.
17-14 here in set number 1 of the regional championship. Setter's dump. Neha Tumala catches everyone off guard.
Tumala so smart there, seeing how aggressive the Blue Golds have been on their outside hitters, able to dump it right over.
CMU now 7 points away from claiming set number 1 here in the round of 16. Good play by Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Back at the net. Jackson off of a bad set, couldn't do much with it. That'll go down as a Blue Golds block. Hannah Thole will check in here to serve, sophomore from West Des Moines, Iowa. Thole's got 6 assists so far in the NCAA tournament. And Carnegie Mellon not fazed by that side out at all. They take one themselves and they go up 19-15. Again, it's Katherine Jackson right when the team needs them. Blue Golds looking to be very methodical on their side of the court. CMU a little too powerful, but it went off of a deflected hand, and they will claim the point and be the first to break into the 20s.
Nora Erickson went with the block attempt. So powerful from the Tartans. Sends it all the way to the backcourt off her hands.
5-point lead for Carnegie Mellon. Wisconsin-Eau Claire does still have 1 timeout. CMU has not taken any yet in this match. Erickson to Keeble, and a powerful attack from Cinemo. All WIAC honorable mention. Maya Cinemo, a junior from Rosemount, Minnesota. might be the spark the Blue Golds need here late in set number 1. Gavros to Lee on the near side, and it is once again the Tartans stepping up, and it's Kate Jown. Gavros will go back to serve, but first it'll be a second timeout called by Wisconsin-Eau Claire. 21-16 the score here in set number 1. Fans, you can now access the official NCAA digital game program on your mobile device free of charge. Visit ncaa.com/game programs for an inside look at tonight's championship match. The NCAA recognizes the importance of officiating on the student-athlete experience and is dedicated to the recruitment and retention of new officials for all sports. Say yes to officiating by visiting ncaa.org/sayyes-to-officiating for more information on how to get started. A rare deficit this season for the Blue Golds. They are 29-4 overall. They went 6-1 in the WIAC regular season. Of course, they lost that conference championship, but that is year in and year out probably the toughest and most impressive conference in just about any Division III sport. Carnegie Mellon once in a while sees schools from that conference. They played Wisconsin lacrosse earlier this season in football. And Eau Claire knows how good the UAA is as well, another powerhouse in Division III athletics. They went 1-1 against the UAA this year. They defeated Chicago 3-1 on the road, and they lost to Wash U 3-1. Neutral game hosted by Wisconsin-Stevens Point earlier this season. So a couple of common opponents for these teams. Eau Claire also defeated Hope College earlier this season 3-1, who of course CMU had to defeat last night to get here today. There's Stanwood.
Again, the Blue Golds flexing their outside hitters. So strong, so powerful with the kills, able to get so high and on top of the ball.
21-17. Sasha Bovard will serve. Good set at the nets. Good attack as well, but a better dig coming from Leak. Popped up by Keeble. Vicious at the net are the Blue Golds. McFarland sends it across the courts. Wisconsin-Eau Claire unable to return it.
And the Tartans getting the better of a longer rally there. They were able to do that last night against the Dutch, and again here tonight. And that really can be a dagger, especially in a first set like this, leading 22-17.
CMU will look to wrap this first set up now, needing 3 more points. No attack came from Eau Claire, but it certainly came from the Tartans up front. Bella Woodard, 6'2" senior from Texas. Her play in the tournament has been some of the best throughout her entire career. Now a 6-point lead again, but a service error into the net gives a little more life here for Eau Claire in set number 1.
The Tartans don't want that error to come back and bite them. The Blue Golds so good at digging themselves out of deficits, not being phased by being down.
Again, really good spacing for Eau Claire as that goes into the sideline for CMU, and Wisconsin-Eau Claire will get another point. The Blue Golds have not dropped set 1 in a match since November 7th when they lost 3-1 to Wisconsin-Oshkosh. That was their only regular season loss in the conference, and they dropped set number 1 25-12. So this one much tighter as Carnegie Mellon has to call its first time out by head coach Ann Bach. We've mentioned this weekend she's been in the NCAA tournament before, but this is the furthest she has made it as a head coach. As Carnegie Mellon is in the NCAA tournament for the 4th straight season, but they have not advanced past the round of 16 in program history. In 2018, they fell to Ithaca 3-0 in the round of 16 after defeating SUNY Morrisville 3-1 in the first round and RIT 3-2 in the second round. Ithaca hosted that pod. Tartans went 24-11 that year, and they're 26-8 this season. So you see just how many numbers and statistics kind of indicate just how good of a year this has been for the Tartans. They're routinely a great volleyball team year in and year out, but to get to this level and be able to host as well for the first time in program history has just been a really neat experience for this athletic administration.
And for the student body.
Oh, for sure.
All 3 nights, the student body really showing out for their volleyball team.
Yeah, they're loving this. If you can't hear behind us in the background. Eau Claire, though, looking to play spoiler here in Western Pennsylvania. That ball goes too far. And a little miscommunication here. The deflection actually went off of the linesman's head. But that may not have been the only deflection, so CMU thought it was their point. Eau Claire went back to serve. As you see, Catherine Jackson, she's the speaking captain on the floor for Carnegie Mellon. It is going to be an Eau Claire point, as it did touch a Carnegie Mellon hand. And Alex Keeble will go back to serve here, 23-20. Dug up by Jackson over the net, not where she wanted to put it. And Eau Claire is right back in this thing.
If you want to win sets like these, get yourself out of these deficits. Those are the calls you're going to need. And Eau Claire taking advantage of that, right? Starting with the service error. Now they've gone on a bit of a run.
CMU's led by 6, 3 or 4 different times in this set, but it's just 23-21 now, as both teams have exhausted both of their timeouts now. The NCAA thanks its official equipment suppliers, Fiskars, Moulton, Spec Seats, Sport Court, and Sports Imports for their support of NCAA championships. Their contributions help enhance the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. It's also a new era for college sports. NCAA student athletes can now receive financial benefits directly from their schools. They are also provided support that extends beyond the game with elevated health and well-being services and degree completion funds for up to 10 years. Learn more at ncaa.org/change. There you go, Grant, as we have an NCAA student athlete on the broadcast in Grant Archuleta aside me, a St. Vincent Bearcat. Also Drew Von Sayo, our camera member operator tonight, a former member of nearby Bethany College. And our producer, Amanda Sloan, a former Westminster Titan. All sorts of student athletes represented on this broadcast. 23-21.
The PAC conference represented well.
That's right. As Eau Claire gets a quick ace. What a reversal, what a turnaround this is for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Alex Keeble had that ace. She'll serve again, and at the net, a poor set. We are tied at 23. No timeouts for either coach to take. It's all going to be decided on the court now. Dig from CMU, and they'll get the points. They get back in rhythm. Help from Kate Jown on the near side. Looks like McFarland on the far side. And it is set point for the Tartans. Service from Kate Jown. Leak with the first touch for the Blue Golds. And the block at the net from Juliana McFarland and Catherine Jackson. The road to winning set 1 was not as clean and crisp as the Tartans had foreseen, but they get the job done. It's 25-23. We'll step aside right here on NCAA.com. We welcome you back to the Highmark Center in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Nick Schmeg here alongside Grant Archuleta. Carnegie Mellon taking a 25-23 victory in set number 1 over the University of Wisconsin-Eau Blue Golds. You want to talk about impressive volleyball? How about CMU hitting 500 throughout the first set, and Wisconsin-Eau a 355 and coming up just shy, 25-23.
The Tartans almost let that one slip just a little bit, letting the Blue Golds back into that first set. Yesterday, the Blue Golds were behind in 2 out of the 4 sets against Wittenberg, able to come back in those and win. The Tartans, when they have the lead, got to keep the foot on the pedal, avoid the silly mistakes.
And you're right, that one almost got away from them at the end, despite several different 6-point leads. For CMU, it's been attacked by committee. 4 different players with at least 3 kills. Bella Woodard leads everybody with 4. And for Wisconsin-Eau there is one name that stands out above the rest right now. Bailey Leak is 7 for 12, hitting 583. Also with, looks like just 1 dig, but still 1 dig and 1 block for Bailey Leak. 7 of this team's 14 kills.
Going back to Bella Woodard, asked yesterday about the big moment, a part of the last play against Hope. She said she loves to get the ball in the high pressure situations, and so far this regional, she's done well.
Carnegie Mellon starting off with a lead. And for CMU yesterday, it was a pretty substantial difference between the scores in sets 1 and 2 against the Hope Flying Dutch. They lost set 1 25-14, defeated Hope in set 2 25-9, and then the rest of the sets were pretty close. Eau Claire nearly had the tie game early on there, but they'll have to try again. And a valiant effort from Gavros, but the Blue Golds do prevail that time. Each team with a point early in set 2. And for Eau Claire, they defeated Wittenberg 25-23 yesterday in set 1. Today, that's the score they lose by. And they actually fell in set 2, their first set loss of this tournament, 25-15. So they'll look to avoid that here. They don't want to fall down 2-0 in this game by any means. At the net. Good move there. Deflected. McFarland with a couple of touches. Jackson is there as well. That time, Bella Woodard stepped in. Jackson tried to go over the top once again, but it is Darian Andre with the exclamation mark.
Coach Woody did a good job. She's moving around Leak. That opens up more space for fellow outside hitters like Andre.
These Blue Golds trying to get Coach Kim Woody her 431st career victory in her 19th season at the helm of the program. Good communication at the net that time for CMU. And it's Juliana McFarland who sends it back for a kill. Bryn Shern will serve. Mentioned her service skills last night. She was also an important piece in the UAA championship. Punched over, but out of bounds, and Carnegie Mellon will pick up the point and get back into the lead.
Wisconsin-Eau unable to get it inside the antenna.
Great dig there by Erickson. Strong attack. CMU's got to run for it, and Bella Woodard could not catch up to it.
But if you're Coach Bach and CMU, you like that Woodard coming all the way to the crowd, right? Most might just let that one go, especially after a long night. Not a lot of prep time.
Yeah, it's been a marathon tournament for these Tartans and for the Blue Golds as well. Of course, they're having to do it on the road as well. 3-all though, early in set 2. Make that 4-3. CMU back on top after a big block. Bella Woodard, after the hustle, gets her redemption at the net with a little help from Kai Herkenrother as well. Freshman from San Francisco here, Danny Lee, will serve from the right side to the left. Set by Keeble. Popped back over by Jackson. And it is Bailey Leak who just adds to her pile of points tonight. She gets that kill and she'll head back to serve.
Leak able to recognize how aggressive the middle blockers have been for the Tartans and just able to finesse it right over them to drop it right behind them into that no man's land.
Leak is hitting .285 on the season, 7th best in the Wisconsin Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. And a block that time from Lily Hagg, as well as Maya Sinemo. Have not mentioned Lily Hagg tonight, but she was a starter for these Blue Golds. And she led this team with 6 blocks in the WIAC championship. Also leads the team hitting .285. There she is again. How about Lily Hagg, junior from Roscoe, Illinois? She would love to go play for a national championship back in her home state.
So interesting that Leak, kind of a simple serve, but so effective.
Lee with the set. Gavros has to dig it after the block attempt. And another block, you guessed it, Lily Hagg, 3 in a row. Wisconsin-Eau Claire fans were holding up signs that said block party. They might have brought them just for Lily Hagg.
The Tartans have to start doing a better job of what they did in the first set, getting it to their outside hitters. Stay away from the middle. The Blue Golds are so good.
Leak serve is out of bounds, and that's the only way CMU is able to get the ball back. So we'll see if that hiccup there for the Blue Golds swings momentum any here as Katherine Jackson serves for CMU. Pop fly. The set dug over on the hit. It is alive for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Great job to even keep that alive. Now they've got an opportunity to get a point out of this volley. Contested at the nets. Keeble in no man's land, trapped. Herkenrother and down. Point goes for the Blue Golds. Herkenrother was in the net.
Credit there to Erickson, the libero. Able to get all the way back to the backcourt. Good court awareness to get it over for the reset and give her team a chance. And they're able to get the point out of that after the violation.
Yeah, none of that is able to happen if the Blue Golds don't put together that great heroic effort on that first reception. Jown thought about the attack, had an awkward angle though, so she just dug it overhanded over. And the Blue Golds saw that pop fly and spiked it right back at CMU. Ann Bach will take a timeout. We'll take one with them as Wisconsin-Eau Claire leads set 2 9-5 right here on NCAA.com. Back live from the Division III Women's Volleyball round of 16. We know our first team to qualify for the quarterfinals. It is Barry. They defeated Christopher Newport 3-1. That regional final being played at Virginia Wesleyan. So Barry, a school from Georgia, the first of 8 representatives heading to Illinois Wesleyan, who will host the remainder of this tournament. Trinity, Texas leads MIT 1-0. Wesleyan, Connecticut leads Colby 1-0. Johns Hopkins leads Laverne 1-0. East Texas Baptist has a 1-0 lead over Tufts, and there are 2 games that will start in just a little bit. Wisconsin-Oshkosh will play Wash U, and Illinois Wesleyan will play Calvin, as Illinois Wesleyan has a chance to play the quarterfinals, Final Four, and championship in their home gym. That ball hit the ground, and Carnegie Mellon will get the points. Catherine Jackson will be credited with the kill. And Zoe Gavros will drop back to serve. Mentioned Johns Hopkins leading the Vern 1-0. Johns Hopkins is the only team from last year's Final Four left in this tournament. As the Blue Golds pick one up there. Juniata's won the last 3 straight. They lost to Christopher Newport 3-0, so we will have a new champion this season.
Laverne, the only California school still left in the D3 championship. Rooting for them.
Yeah, long commute for them. A 10-6 lead here for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. They trail 1-0 overall in the match. After dropping set number 1, 25-23. A couple of pump fakes up front, and that fooled Eau Claire. Elizabeth Schlemmer drops the hammer on the near side for the Tartans.
We see Gavros yelling, "That's us, that's us." Getting her team back into it. Gavros all tournament has been the hype man for the Tartans.
Schlemmer hit .258 last night, had 11 kills and 1 dig against the Flying Dutch. She was phenomenal in the UAA championship as well, hit .375. Tartans keep that ball alive. Over the top, the Blue Golds pick it up. Once again, it is Darian Andre. Andre now with 4 kills in tonight's match. Awkward placement there off the serve. Almost an ace again for the Blue Golds. Sent over. Similar situation as Zettel couldn't get a hold of it. From the far side again, Mary Zettel, the intended receiver, but it is dropped, and Carnegie Mellon gets the points.
Zettel seemed to just get her eye off the ball, just a little bit off the outside of her arms, and sent all the way to the back court, to the pads here in Highmark Center.
Stanwood the first to touch at that time for Eau Claire. After the block attempts coming from Woodard and McFarland, they'll try again. There's Bella Woodard to the back line. Opposing number 2, Alex Keeble. That time a dig from Woodard. Back to Erickson. Kept in the air. Eau Claire not giving up on this volley yet. And a block. The persistence pays off as Andre slams it shut at the net.
It's funny how from one set to the other, the momentum switches back and forth. Right now, the Blue Golds in full control.
They're up 12-8 now after dropping the first set narrowly. And Cinemo gets a nice kill. (13-8) CMU nearly had it, but Erickson kept it alive. Attack from Jackson. Back to Eau Claire's number 4, Maya Cinemo. Popped over by Leak. Gavros with the set. Watch out for Woodard. Rattled around at the net. And it is up front, Bailey Leak.
Catherine Jackson looked like she was getting ready just to dump it right back over. But Leak able to get her long arm over there.
You got to go all the way back to October 11th, the last time Wisconsin-Eau Claire lost set 1 and then won set 2. The opponent in that match was Hope College. They beat them on the road 3-1 after dropping the first set 25-9. But Carnegie Mellon would love to chip back into this deficit. They trail by 5. Strong attack by Leak. Great dig by Stanwood from the back. Cinemo, almost too much to handle there for the Tartans. Good communication there from Andre, and that pays off as Cinemo on the second attempt gets the kill.
And that's great from the Blue Goals. Right after the service error, able to pick their teammate up and deliver a big rally win.
This is a very reflective set from the first game tonight where Carnegie Mellon had a couple of big leads, but it was a late rally that brought Eau Claire back in it. It was too little too late for the Blue Golds ultimately. But what that shows is Carnegie Mellon not at all out of this second set just yet. That one will fall again for the Blue Golds. They continue to pour it on the Tartans here in set number 2. Timeout is going to be taken by head coach Ann Bach. That's the second and final timeout from the Tartans here in set number 2. The NCAA would like to thank their corporate partners and their corporate champions as well, AT&T, Capital One, and Coca-Cola. Their corporate partners, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Geico, Great Clips, Home Depot, Intuit TurboTax, Invesco QQQ, LG, Marriott, Pizza Hut, Reese's, Ritz, Samsung Galaxy, Unilever, and Wendy's. Their support enhances NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. 1 in 3 student athletes in the NCAA have experienced betting-related harassment. Root for your team. Get crazy when the buzzer sounds, but don't harass anyone because you lost a bet. Help the NCAA draw the line and end the abuse by visiting ncaa.org/drawtheline. 16-9 lead here for the Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds. After dropping set number 1, 25-23. This is a Blue Golds team that has had recent success. They made it to the second round last season. Dropped a 3-0 decision to number 6 Wisconsin Whitewater after defeating Northwestern, a school in Minnesota, 3-0 in the first round. Didn't make the tournament 2 years ago. They were knocked out in the first round 3 years ago, but in 2021, they were the NCAA champions, and they are 27-20 all time in the national tournament. Not too many teams have a winning record in the national tournament. Great block up front. Eau Claire continues to stand tall here in set number 2.
Leak and Larson there, able to be bigger and stronger that time by the Tartans.
Gavros couldn't get a hold of it. An ace for Eau Claire. (18 to 9) is the largest lead for either team so far tonight in this match. Jackson over to Woodard. Popped back. Eau Claire was thinking there was a fourth touch there. It's not going to matter as Lily Hagg does it again at the net.
The Tartans out of timeouts now, so just kind of having to react on the fly, maybe realizing they might lose this set. Just trying to see something for that third set.
Yeah, still opportunities to learn here and take some growth and potential into set number 3, but you're right, likely the Tartans having to just limp this one to the finish as Bailey Leak threads the needle again and just slashes through with a kill. She's in double digits already in this one. She's also got 3 digs and a block. 20 to 9 for Wisconsin-Eau Claire, number 4 team in the country in the last AVCA poll. Horkenrother pops it over. Eau Claire slows things down. Cross-court kill for, you guessed it, Bailey Leak.
Early in the set, they're moving Leak around. Right now, she stayed on that far side at the outside hitter position and has done so well. They keep tapping that well, and it keeps working for the Blue Golds.
It's 21-9, make that 22-9. Another ace here for the Blue Golds. They're running away with this thing. That time by Caitlin Erickson, the libero. Gavros with the dig. CMU going to get the point one way or another. Woodard had the kill. So CMU gets into the double digits in this set, but they still trail by a dozen, 22-10. Danny Lee will serve here for CMU. Point for the Tartans. Coach Kim Woody telling her team to take a breath here. They've got some insurance, but they'd also like to close this set out. Near side kill off some hands. Cinnamo gets past the block from Schlemmer. Sees that one off her arms and out of bounds, and the Blue Golds are 2 points away from tying this match up. Hannah Thole will serve.
The Tartans, again, just trying to see something that they can exploit in this third set.
Yet another ace. That gives Wisconsin-Eau Claire set points. Too far by just a hair. 24-12. Catherine Jackson will serve. A senior and one of the leaders on this squad for Carnegie Mellon. She'll look to keep her team alive with the serve. It gets over the net. Now CMU has to respond. Jackson sends it back over again. She gets a kill.
Jackson last night after the game against Hope said that she has never loved the team more than this Tartans team right now. She wants to do everything she can to prolong their season.
Right on the logo are three different Tartans. It falls for CMU. They didn't hear a bell yet. Serve goes to Erickson. And it was Nora Erickson who sent it back over. Kept alive by Gavros, who dives for it. Popped back, set by Stanwood. Dropped over by Cinnamo. Right along the tape. Kate Down walks the tightrope and gives the Tartans another point.
Gavros with a couple good digs there in that rally.
24-15. A fourth straight break point here for Eau Claire. Gavros to Schlemmer. Over the hands of the blockers. It'll fall for the Tartans.
And Coach Woody cannot be happy about this. Her team 1 point away. The Tartans going on a run now. And now, if the Blue Golds win this set, yes, they'll win the set, but the Tartans will be coming off with a little more confidence.
Yeah, almost thought she might call a timeout just to try to kill a little bit of momentum. Like you said, odds are it's going to be a Blue Golds win in this set, but you don't want to give the CMU that much hope and potential. There's more energy as everyone's on their feet here in the Highmark Center. 24-17, and there is that timeout. from head coach Kim Woody in her 19th season. Four-time WIAC Coach of the Year. She's a Wisconsin-Eau Claire graduate, former player herself, class of 2000. And with her at the helm of this program, she has won 1 national championship. The team has appeared in 2 Final Fours and a dozen NCAA tournaments, including this one. 430 and 183 career record. That's a 701 winning percentage. That's pretty good for head coach Kim Woody. Also, a lot of help from her bench. Alexandra Berger, Jody Risen, Dylan Graber, Kendra Byrell, and Kyle Moore. All assistants with this very impressive squad and a very impressive athletic department at University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Normally it might be a hindrance for some teams to have that many assistant coaches, but Eau Claire is a great outlier in that, and it gives the ability for the players to go to many different viewpoints on the game.
You're right, that is a well-staffed bench for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Just one assistant for CMU's Ann Bach. That's Erin Street in her first year. (24-17) deficit, but a big run of points as of late for the Tartans. Erickson sent it to the net, and the error from Eau Claire gives another breath of hope for the Tartans.
Now the Blue Goals are hoping for a service error from Jackson.
Right,
here.
they're hoping to just slip into this victory at this point. That's 7 straight points from the Tartans. It was 24-11. And it'll be a kill for Cinemo to finally seal the deal. Exactly like the first set, it wasn't the route CMU in that instance wanted to get to for the win. Here, Eau Claire with the scenic route on the way to victory, but we are tied after a 25-18 set 2 win for the Blue Golds. We'll step aside here and be back for set 3 on NCAA.com. Back live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is one of 5 games that started at 5 o'clock tonight in the round of 16. And of those 5 of the 8 games, this is the only one that's tied at 1. The rest of them have begun 2-0. Johns Hopkins has a lead over Laverne. East Texas Baptist has a lead over Tufts. Wesleyan leads Colby. And Trinity, Texas leads MIT all 2-0. So Wisconsin-Eau Claire and CMU, the only teams going to set number 3 right now, tied up at 1 apiece. A big reason for that, you look at the differences, 3 aces to 0 in favor for Eau Claire. How about the Blue Golds hitting 341 and CMU only able to muster a 130 hitting percentage there throughout set number 2. But we mentioned it, Grant, a lot of momentum in the sport of volleyball. 7 of the last 8 points in this match, believe it or not, have come from the Tartans.
The Tartans going to come out in this set with the energy. They've had it the whole match so far. Second set, they dropped a little bit. I mean, you can see that steep drop in hitting percentage from the first set, 500, now to 130. Whereas the Blue Golds have stayed pretty much even, 355 in the first set, 341, a little drop off, still able to get the win in that second set.
Eau Claire with a lead 6-4. And it's Bailey Leak leading everybody with 12 kills for Carnegie Mellon. Kate Jown has 8, hitting 333 on 18 attacks. 1-0 lead as the Blue Golds strike first.
Another service error from Tumala there, her second.
And if CMU learned anything from that second set, you got to clean up those unforced errors, because without them, you saw what they were able to do late in the set when they did score 7 in a row. It was just, again, just like Wisconsin-Eau Claire in set number 1, it was just too little too late.
That's Leak's 13th kill tonight, leading by far the Blue Golds.
And how about the service? Back and forth here in set number 3. The error from CMU, and then back-to-back quick strikes for Eau Claire. 3-0 Blue Golds. Carnegie Mellon will try to calm things down, get in a rhythm. There's a point, and a strong kill with a little momentum. Team leader in kills tonight, Kate Jones, stepping back up into that big role.
The Tartans got to get their serves under control. Just like last night, need to start serving tough against this great defense.
Strong kill from Abby Stanwood. There was nothing the Tartans could do but watch that whiz past them. And you're right, Grant. Something that Ann Bach said in her post-game presser on night one of this regional tournament is she said one of the biggest reasons CMU's in this position is that her team is doing the easy things right. And they're doing it pretty consistently, just like that kill from Juliana McFarland. Bryn Shern will serve here for Carnegie Mellon. Stanwood, touched by Keeble, and at the nets, it's Woodard and Herkenrother.
And that easy dump for the Tartans starts with Shern with a tough serve.
What a serve there. It barely got past the net, and then the Blue Golds, all 6 of them, just watched it drop onto the hardwood. That one stunned them. Shern with the ace, and we are tied at 4 apiece. Erickson, Keeble, and now Leak. Leak's got another kill. Her 13th of the night. She had 23 in the WIAC championship, that match that went to 5 sets against Oshkosh. Also had 17 digs in that match. Mentioned earlier, she's 7th in the conference, hitting almost 300 on the season. Into the net, that serve goes from Caitlin Erickson. And again, this game is tied at 5-5.
You see Isabeth Schlemmer coming in, and she trying to hype up that front line.
Nice touch from Leak. That one didn't go, though. Schlemmer, she brings so much power and energy to the outside, and there she is again with a kill. That gives CMU its first lead of set number 3. Lee will serve for the Tartans. A crosser to Leak. Keeble couldn't get the set down, and Carnegie Mellon up by 2.
And again, the Tartans bench a little too excited coming onto the court.
Little sideline warning for the second time tonight.
Coach Bach got Shern and Lee in the game for their back-to-back possessions.
All of the NCAA tournament games have that 5th official as well. You've got extra eyes on the court here at this level, this late in the season. Oh, good touch there by Herkenrother. I don't know if it got over the net there from Leak. Now she's having to somehow keep it alive, but too many toward it. Was 4 touches from Eau Claire, and Carnegie Mellon will be up by 3.
It was a good play by Leak to get it back over. Unfortunate, it was the 4th hit.
Another good run here for the Tartans. And good movement as they get it to Jackson. Here's Keeble setting it up. Gavros with the diving dig. Squared up and sent out by Lily Hagg. 4 straight points for Carnegie Mellon. Wisconsin-Eau Claire will take a timeout. We will step aside with set number 3, a 9-5 lead as Carnegie Mellon is putting in the working hours here in Pittsburgh on NCAA.com. A 9-5 lead in set number 3 for the Carnegie Mellon Tartans. Ranked number 23 in the country. They were the number 3 seed in this Pittsburgh regional. As the hosts, the Tartans have never won a regional championship in women's volleyball. They've never made it to the NCAA quarterfinals. But as the result stands, they would be just a set and a half away from booking a trip to Illinois, where Illinois Wesleyan will host the last 8 teams left standing in the NCAA tournament this year in Division III women's volleyball. It's another big run. Carnegie Mellon has been the more momentous team, I would say, for sure.
Definitely so far. The Blue Golds, like I've said before, are such a great team getting themselves out of these deficits.
Service error gives Eau Claire a point. That's just their second point in the last 10 in this set. The rest have been for the Tartans. Catherine Jackson set up perfectly. Jackson will continue with the ball by serving, as the Tartans are first in set 3 to reach double digits, and this ball misplayed. It's alive. A prayer rattles around in the rafters, and Carnegie Mellon, with help from the HVAC system, gets that point. That one was going to go back over, but it was just too high into the ceiling.
And one of the biggest statistical differences between these two teams right now has been those aces.
Along the far side, out of bounds for the Tartans, 12-6. That ties their largest lead at all in this match. Strong attack by Lily Hagg. CMU, a good job to return it. A block up front. Herkenrother trying to close the door, and it's out of bounds. CMU with a point.
Gavros there looked like she was in the Matrix, moving out of the way of that one.
And a second timeout here is going to have to be called by Coach Kim Woody. Grant, I do not think she wanted to call that timeout with her team having just 6 points in this third set.
Such an early time to use both her timeouts, but necessary to avoid the Tartans going on a longer run. Now, coming out of this timeout, she's kind of leaving it up to her squad, the veterans out there.
And I think she's also seen how the last 2 sets, there was a team with late momentum, but it was too little too late. So you might as well try to stop the bleeding early on here. And if you're not able to do it now, you're likely not going to be able to surmount it in, late in the set. So I don't hate that strategy here from Kim Woody. We'll see if it pays off as the Tartans lead 13-6 here in set number 3. Did you know that more than 50,000 student athletes compete in NCAA championships at more than 800 sites across the country each year? Share the experience and excitement of another NCAA championship coming to a city near you. To witness the top teams in the nation compete for a national championship, visit ncaa.com/tickets and make a date with champions. We've got quite a few Division III championships coming up in Pittsburgh. Last year, the Division II Volleyball National Championship was hosted in Pittsburgh. Nearby Clarion University, the host school for that. Wisconsin-Eau Claire, strong attack. Better dig, though. Cinema was trying to finish it off, and Carnegie Mellon just won't stop scoring here in this third set. And we're going to get maybe...
Again, the bench getting another talking to. You like the excitement.
And that one was flagged not by the down ref, but by the head ref there in the chair. And so Carnegie Mellon, you got to be careful. That could be a card to the bench even. That's just how good of a season and postseason it's been for the Tartans. They can't contain their excitement here against the Eau Claire Blue Golds. And that time, I don't know if you noticed, off camera, the celebration from Eau Claire a little more reserved. They're watching the Tartans get those bench warnings, those sideline warnings. They don't want any of that. They get that point. Mary Zettel, senior from Rock City, Illinois, will serve as the Blue Golds trail 14-7. Make that 15-7.
That one just off the head of Leak. Very close to hitting her right in the forehead.
And the officials were making sure Leak was all right there, as that did grace her head. And Carnegie Mellon has an 8-point advantage in the third set. Swatted back over. Desperate attempt is going to pay off there for the Blue Golds, at least for the moment, as that heads over toward the table. Again, that did not clear the antenna. Carnegie Mellon, despite a really good effort there from Wisconsin-Eau Claire, gets another point.
Right now, the Blue Golds not exactly what Coach Woody wanted out of that timeout. Has lost both their timeouts. They lost the point coming out of the timeout in such a pivotal third set.
Bounced around, pinballed to the ground. Carnegie Mellon running away with this third set. (17-7). We talked about all the student athlete support here at Carnegie Mellon, as they will get another ace. The Tartans are flying. And they get that ace just as members of the men's basketball team from CMU walk in. They came all the way from Erie this afternoon, where they defeated Penn State Behrend 78-62. Big day for them. They pick up a win, and they walk in right as Carnegie Mellon is playing their best volleyball of the night.
Gavros just a little excited after that ace. Sends her next one too long.
18-8. That seems comfortable, but we've seen two big runs from the losing team in both the first sets. And you can't trust a team like Wisconsin-Eau Claire to take their foot off the gas. They're the number 4 team in the country for a reason. They put together a phenomenal campaign this year. Off the hands of the Tartans, strong kill there from Abby Stanwood. First team all WIAC player. Third on the team and 9th in the conference, hitting .274 this season. Lily Hagg will serve as they trail 18-9. Fake attack there from McFarland. Doesn't fool the Blue Golds. Back the other way, and Stanwood has another one.
And if the Blue Golds want to get back into this set, it's going to have to come from a run starting right now.
Timeout's going to be taken by Carnegie Mellon. We'll step aside with them here on NCAA.com. An 18-10 lead for Carnegie Mellon in this third set as we are knotted at 1 set apiece. We welcome you back to the NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Regional Championship here in Pittsburgh. One of the 8 round of 16 matches going on tonight in the D3 Women's Volleyball National Tournament. Glad to have you here from Carnegie Mellon University. Nick Schmeg here alongside Grant Archuleta. First set went in favor of the Tartans, 25-23. Second set, the Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds taking it 25-18. And this third set, despite an early 4-0 lead for Eau Claire, has been all Tartans ever since.
Coach Bach very aware of the losing team in both sets, going on bits of a run. Doesn't want to give the Blue Golds that chance, taking that timeout.
Eau Claire trying to settle things down. Not the case for the blockers, Schlemmer and McFarland for CMU.
Kamala with 2 service errors in her last 2 attempts.
She's second on the team tonight with 10 assists behind Danny Lee's 18. And another block up front. Bella Woodard and Juliana McFarland keep the party going.
Bella Woodard so good at able to get her hand on top of that kill attempt, angling it straight down, right back to the Blue Golds.
And the Tartans have doubled up the Blue Golds in this set. It's 20-10. Stanwood trying to bury that. Kate Jown kept it up into the air. Tipped over by Keeble. Here's Jown on the near side. Right to Stanwood. Opportunity, Stanwood. With help from Bailey Leak on the dig. Finishes it off and gives Eau Claire another point. Tamala with a set. She'll get the assist to that point. 21-11 lead now for the Tartans. Kate Jown will drop back to serve. Junior outside hitter from Corte Madera, California. Attack too long for Leak. Out of bounds, wide right, and CMU is 3 points away now from taking a 2-1 lead.
Good eyes there again by Gavros. Coach Woody not happy with that call.
Strong left side there for Eau Claire, and it turns into a point. They had the numerical advantage on the far side, outnumbering the Tartans. Sometimes that gets a little too crowded in a sport like volleyball, but they had really good communication, as they have all night. It's been one of the keys to their success this season as well. As Stanwood's serve goes too far, and the Tartans have 23.
Another good early call from the Tartans bench and the players on the court to see that one out.
Quick serve there from Bryn Shern. The dig over the head. Quiet attack from Leak. She's been lethal in the first two sets. Quieted a little bit more here. And at the net, CMU wins that battle, and they are 1 point away from a dominant third set win. Everyone to their feet here as if they're about to be crowned national champions. Carnegie Mellon with a burst of energy here in Pittsburgh. Keeble, attack back across. Wasn't sure if that ball had hit the ground, but it did. And Eau Claire says, not so fast.
The Tartans want to end this set right now. They do not want to give Eau Claire a chance to get any type of run.
And Eau Claire took their second timeout when they had just 6 points on the board. Strong block that quiets the crowd here. Lily Hagg and Maya Sinemo working nicely together. That's what you want to avoid if you're CMU. You don't want to hear this crowd get quiet heading into a fourth set. Ten-point lead, looking to put this set away. Out of bounds just by a hair. Another freebie for Eau Claire, and is this another late run by the losing team in a third straight set?
Caitlin Erickson doing a good job on this possession, blocking out the crowd, making sure she doesn't commit a service error.
Jown with the dig. The set, the attack, Woodard too far. It didn't touch any of the hands of the Eau Claire players. And it's a fourth straight point for the Blue Golds. A timeout called by Ann Bach, and the fans that had risen to their feet going to begin sitting back down here at the Highmark Center.
Seemed to be a missed opportunity for the Tartans there to end that set a little earlier and continue that momentum into the maybe winning fourth set for them.
It was 24-12. This a set that began with a 4-1 lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. And you look at the play-by-play statistics, just so many different runs from Carnegie Mellon. they've actually only scored a singular point that wasn't at least a 2-point run once in this set. That was a kill by Kate Jound that cut it from 3-0 to 3-1. And then it was 3 straight points, 5 straight points, a run of 5 again, 4 straight points, and then 3 sets of 2 points back to back to back. Split up by just 1 blue gold point. Now you have your longest run of the set for Eau Claire. It's going to have to be a really long run to keep the blue golds alive and well in this third set, though, because Carnegie Mellon leads 24-16.
You'll hear a big pop here from this crowd if the Tartans able, out of that timeout, to kill this run by the Blue Golds.
Yeah, fans back on their feet, making some noise as Caitlin Erickson is back to serve for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Everyone holding their breath. Popped back over, maybe accidentally from Woodard, but she'll take it. Poked over. Desperation into the splash zone. And Eau Claire's got another one.
So this last set from the Tartans. The Tartans now in control of the third set.
The dig goes straight over the net. And another point. That's half a dozen now strung together. Nice in a row for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Number 4 team in the country, trying to take down the number 23 team in the country, Carnegie Mellon, in front of a big, imposing crowd. 24-18 now the score. And there it is, CMU finally able to finish the job. Catherine Jackson is the one to do it. The second time in a row, it's a 25-18 set, but this time it's CMU that comes out on top, and the Tartans are 25 points away from booking a spot in the NCAA quarterfinal. We'll be back on NCAA.com. Back live from the Highmark Center, you can see the energy, you can hear the energy as Carnegie Mellon has taken a 2-1 lead over the number 4 team in the country, the Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds. It was a 25-18 third set victory for the Tartans. Around the country, Trinity, Texas, still with a 2-0 lead over MIT. Colby has won the third set against Wesleyan, so that game's not over. 2-1 there. Calvin has won the opening set over Illinois Wesleyan. They take a 1-0 lead. Laverne didn't hear a bell. They are down 2-1 now against Johns Hopkins. And similarly, Tufts cut into East Texas Baptist 2-0 lead. It's now 2-1 as the Jumbos are trying to fight back in that. And Wisconsin-Oshkosh is up on Wash U 1-0. That's the second battle between a WIAC and a UAA team here tonight. We've got the first one, and it's the Tartans leading the Blue Golds 2-1.
So important for the Tartans to win that last set quicker in a way. You know, the Tartans had a late night last night, 5 sets against Hope. The longer these sets go on for them, you know, more tired they get.
Yeah, and this week, last time, they weren't even conference champions yet. They were up in Boston getting done with the quarterfinals and semifinals on the same day at Brandeis. Then they had to go play the championship the next day on Sunday. They come back here, find out on Monday that they're hosting a regional, put up a big win on Thursday, put up a big win last night. A marathon season for Carnegie Mellon. Similar schedule for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. They won their championship last Saturday. Find out 2 days later, earlier this week, that they're headed to Pittsburgh. Back-to-back wins for them have gotten them in this position. There will be some rest for the winner as the NCAA does not play the championship rounds over Thanksgiving weekend. All the teams will be able to get together, have some easier walkthroughs and practices, go back home with some family, and then it's a December 3rd through 6th championship weekend in Bloomington, Illinois. One of these teams is going to be one of the 8 teams there in 2 weeks' time. 1-1 is how this fourth set begins. It's a clean slate for the Blue Golds. They know it. After getting flown past in that third set by the Tartans. They have a 2-1 lead here. It's an all-new game, and that's the mentality they've got to have, is a 0-0 ball game at every point now. Woodard on the near side. Great dig by Stanwood. She's been outstanding in this regional tournament. Jackson back to Erickson. Over the top. Cinemo denied. Again. That time it was Andre. Jackson off the arms of Andre and out of bounds for a kill.
And again, those longer rallies so important for the Tartans to be winning, especially when they're up a set.
You don't see teams smile as much as the Carnegie Mellon players have throughout this evening. That's really cool to see. As Shern's serve goes into the net, you also got to keep your composure. That's really hard to do when you know you're on the verge of making so much program history as they have all season long. Very much so in the last couple of weeks. They've been in and out of the national rankings all year. They're at 23 right now, but they know they'll end the season likely in the top 10 if they win this match tonight. Woodard, too far. Nobody touched it for Eau Claire. And the Blue Golds are up 4-2. It's another early lead in a set for them.
The Blue Golds so good when they go up early. In their last match, 2 out of the 4 sets, they went on a 5-0 run, able to seal both of them out.
Loose ball on top of the net. It'll fall in favor of the Tartans. They'll take that quick error from Eau Claire. Danny Lee with 2 aces tonight, had 3 last night against Hope. That was a match that went 5 sets. CMU would love to wrap this one up in 4. Back across, Blue Golds with another one. Of the 4 losses this season for Wisconsin-Eau Claire, 2 of them have been in 4, 2 of them have been in 5. They have not been swept this season. That'll remain the case no matter what happens through this 4th and maybe 5th set. Carnegie Mellon with a bounce back points. We're tied up at 5.
And if Eau Claire wants to have success in this set, they got to attack more in the middle. Leak been a little neutralized in the past couple sets by the Tartans.
Good touch there from Cinemo. She's been a really important piece tonight for the Blue Golds, as has Lily Hagg. That's who ends up with the kill that time for Eau Claire. It'll also give her team a 6-5 advantage, and she hands the ball to Mary Zettel. Too far there, her first error of the evening. She's got 6 digs. And Zoe Gavros, who has 1 ace, as well as 1 service error. And a team leading 20 digs will serve for her squad. That into the net. So canceled out service errors, 1 for each team. Looked like assistant coach Aaron Street was telling her team that was just the jitters talking right there. And it may very well be. This is a big stage. Although it's your home court, it's an all-new environment. Down. Slams it down for the Tartans.
Favreau showing a little life there on the court, rolling around a bit. You don't see that too much from players on the court. Maybe
That's true.
From the bench.
7 apiece in set number 4. CMU up 2-1 overall in this regional championship. Great job by Eau Claire. That ball didn't touch anyone from Stanwood, and Carnegie Mellon has an 8-7 lead now in set number 4. That's what Eau Claire was trying to avoid. They didn't want CMU to have any sort of lead in this 4th set, even if it's just 1 point. Clean air out in front of you is a dangerous thing in a game like this. That gets shaken around. CMU keeps it in the air. Hammered back by Darian Andre. Tied again at 8.
Eau Claire's so good at an uncontested kill attempt. They'll connect every time.
Alex Keeble will serve. Kate Jound with the dig. She'll have the attack as well. Good return there by McFarland. Same for Keeble on the other end. That pops over everybody's head, and Carnegie Mellon is awarded the points.
Leak getting too much on that one. Just need to stay within herself, play her game, get back on track. And that's a good way to start.
They'll take that free point, Eau Claire will. Alex Keeble will serve in a 9-9 set. Stanwood rather with the serve there for Eau Claire. There's Keeble with the set. Attack from Wisconsin-Eau, returned by the Tartans, knocked loose. Back in action. Some extra bodies in the way on Carnegie Mellon's side of the court. Everyone was up front. Eau Claire was trying to go deep, but they went too far out of bounds, and Carnegie Mellon has another 1-point advantage. Bryn Schern going to check into this game to serve.
You saw there again, Leak just trying to get over the front line of McFarland. Ends up clipping the net. McFarland able to recover it. And the Tartans get the point.
1 ace, 1 error for Schern tonight, as well as 3 digs. That one sails past everybody. Eau Claire in this razor-thin 4th game of the night knots it up again, 10-10. We have been tied at every integer since 4-4. And there is number 4 for CMU, Catherine Jackson. Too far on the hit. Very different from set number 3, where you had some huge runs by both teams. No one can put together more than 2 points at a time in this one. Opportunity for Eau Claire to get a 3rd straight point, though, here. Keeble with the dig. Erickson lays it up. Blocked by the Tartans. Jackson and Herkenrother. And so Eau Claire will be denied a 3rd straight point, and we are tied for the 7th straight point, 11-11.
Coach Woody telling Leak there, maybe don't as much of a wind-up, telegraphing it too much, the front line.
Yeah, you don't want to let Eau Claire read anything too easily, as they are given that point 12-11 off of the CMU error. You're really starting to feel the weight of this match here in this 4th set. Both teams are feeling it. And the power up front, prevailing through that weight. Kai Herkenrother. 12 all.
And we're tied again.
8 straight tie scores in this one. Jown getting it across for the Tartans. On the move, it is Lily Hagg.
And the line judge going to hear it from the crowd here.
One-point lead for the Blue Golds. They are up 13-12. Jown sent it deeper that time. Caitlin Erickson was there. Light tap from Stanwood. Gavros pops it up for Schlemmer to the back line. Mary Zettel was there. Into the crowd. CMU with the point. 13-13. This is an unprecedented set between Carnegie Mellon and Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Stanwood caught everybody napping there for Carnegie Mellon.
The benefit of both teams as we keep going tie to tie to tie is that no one's going on a run. And neither team can really afford the other team going on a longer run.
No timeouts used in this set either, 27 points in. Opportunity here for the Blue Golds to take a 2-point lead, but Schlemmer, she was hoping for a CMU point to tie it up again. That might still happen at the net. Punched over, out of bounds. The streak is broken from 4-4 to 13-13. We were tied at every single digit, but now it's Wisconsin-Eau Claire up 15-13. Eau Claire trying to force a 5th set in this regional final. Jown to Zettel. Back to Stanwood. What a block from McFarland.
Jamal going to have to stay in the moment here as a couple serve errors.
The setter from Los Angeles has been consistent all season long for the Tartans. Gets that one across. Set from Gavros. Jown gets the kill to the back line. And for the 3rd time in this set, Carnegie Mellon has back-to-back points. And again, we're tied, 15-15. Loose ball there on the dig from Leak. Zettel calmed things down. Up front. Almost a double attack there from CMU, and it put Eau Claire into double jeopardy. CMU with another point. They're up 16-15.
Great work there by Woodard and McFarland, both going out for that kill attempt. Only one able to get it, though.
A timeout is called, and we will keep it here as we take a look at just some of the numbers that have come out from this set. I mean, this is, when you think of playoff volleyball, this is what you picture. 16-15. We had over 12 different ties so far in this set. And 3 straight points for Carnegie Mellon there. It's hard to believe that that's what forced the timeout, but that's the biggest run of this 4th set is 3 points. An attack error from Stanwood, and then back-to-back kills from Jown and Bella Woodard.
And when you look at it from the Tartan side, right, the ties are good, but you're keeping the Blue Golds in it, and that that could take us to a 5th set, which would be anyone's game at that point. For the Blue Golds, they're again staying in it, yes, but as long as the Tartans are there, their momentum and with this crowd can push them over the edge to go on a longer run to win this fourth set and the match.
It took Kate Jown 5 sets last night to reach 14 kills. She also had 19 digs. Tonight, she's got 15 kills already in 3.5 sets, as well as 12 digs. So another double-double for her. Not to mention 2 assists and a block as well. She's been your difference maker tonight for the Tartans, but it's been a total team effort for both sides this evening. 16-15 lead. We resume play. CMU with the lead after the Eau Claire timeouts. Here's Jown again. Keeble on the response with Stanwood. Punched up from the floor. And Carnegie Mellon can't return that ball. 16-all.
A bit of a reaction game for the Tartans there.
Another drawn score, 16 apiece. As Alex Keeble will be back to serve. That takes her for maybe the first point out of the setting at the net picture. Not going to make a difference, though, as CMU sends it long. And Keeble will serve again.
Good eye by Zettel to see that one out to earn her team a point.
Down the right sideline. And it's Juliana McFarland. (17-17). Strong attack there from Abby Stanwood. She's up to 14 kills tonight. Second only to Bailey Leake's 17, which have come off of 49 attacks. It's been a very centralized effort for Eau Claire, very much a committee attack from Carnegie Mellon this evening. And a timeout will be taken by the Tartans. The Tartans are down 19-17. We're going to step aside and return you in a bit to NCAA.com. We're back in Pittsburgh. Congratulations to East Texas Baptist. They become the second team to qualify for the NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball quarterfinals. They joined Barry, who defeated Christopher Newport earlier today 3-1. East Texas Baptist just picked up a 3-1 win over Tufts. Wisconsin-Oshkosh, Johns Hopkins, Calvin, Trinity, Texas, and Wesleyan, Connecticut are all still in the lead in their respective matches across the country. Carnegie Mellon here tonight in the Pittsburgh Regional is up 2-1 over Wisconsin-Eau Claire, but they trail in set 4, 19-17. Good opportunity to really set things even here for the Blue Golds. They're 6 points away from forcing a fifth. No attack from Carnegie Mellon on the first part of this volley. Same goes for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Just sent over by both teams as they try to reel it in, and the attack finally does come from Catherine Jackson. It was deflected off of an Eau Claire player, and CMU has cut the deficit to 1.
Jackson doing a good job to disguise herself on that kill attempt.
McFarland will serve. It goes deep. It's picked up by Erickson. Strong attack. Better block, though. Bella Woodard and Kai Herkenrother. They tie this game up. Loose ball there, taken advantage of by Eau Claire. They've reached 20 points in this fourth set after dropping set 3 25-18.
Jown hitting the court hard there, cleaning up any moisture that's on the court.
Her teammates and the official checking on her. 20-19, Wisconsin-Eau Claire leading CMU in the fourth set. Pop fly serve, brought down by Herkenrother. Sent into the middle, no one was there for Eau Claire initially. Now, some blue golds show up. But on the other end of it, it's Catherine Jackson. And we're tied at 20. One of the most back and forth sets you'll ever see in this sport. And a razor thin matchup at that. Just a poke, great vision there from Bailey Leak. That's why she is the leading attacker tonight for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
Leak that time able to recognize the front line for the Tartan, doesn't have any help behind them, and drops it right over.
She'll serve as well, flat-footed on the left side. Blue Golds lead 21-20. Schlemmer trying to deliver the power as she has all night long, but it's Zettel on the other end. Jackson trying to poke check it over the net. Great dig there by Danny Lee. Schlemmer trying to keep it alive, rattling off the net. And CMU does keep it in the air. Eau Claire will get the point. They were hoping for an error initially. And they are going to say no, an error from Eau Claire. Carnegie Mellon gets the point. Eau Claire fans can't believe it. And neither can head coach Kim Woody, who is furious with the call. Either way you draw it up, we're tied at 21-all. Good serve, better counterattack. Eau Claire gets the redemption they were looking for, and they get the points. They're back in the lead. We've seen almost 20 different ties in this set, but a lot of one-point leads for Eau Claire, not as many for Carnegie Mellon, so maybe a slight boost of momentum for the Blue Golds here. If the court is tilted at all, it's only by a couple of degrees in this fourth set. Mary Zettel serves. Good recovery for CMU on a rough return. That ball is in. CMU can't believe it. Eau Claire's got another 2-point lead.
And those line calls so hard to make by the officials. Coach Bach takes the timeout.
You can feel the tension. You can feel that both teams are very passionate about where their teams stand in this ball game. As the Blue Golds lead 23-21. The NCAA would like to thank their corporate champions, AT&T, Capital One, and Coca-Cola, as well as the NCAA's corporate partners, Buffalo Wild Wings, Buick, Geico, Great Clips, Home Depot, Intuit TurboTax, Invesco, QQQ, LG, Marriott, Pizza Hut, Reese's, Ritz, Samsung Galaxy, Unilever, and Wendy's. Their support enhances NCAA championships and the educational and athletic experiences of nearly 500,000 NCAA student athletes. Great show of support of Division III student athletes here this evening at the Highmark Center. An almost brand new facility here on the campus of Carnegie Mellon University. It hosted one of the UAA round robin weekends last year. It's going to host the UAA championship next year. And it is a beautiful place to crown a regional champion in this wonderful city of Pittsburgh. Wisconsin-Eau Claire would love to head back west with an extra trophy. Carnegie Mellon would like to head west to Illinois next week to fight for an even bigger trophy. Eau Claire leads 23-21 in this fourth set. 2 points away from sending it to a fifth. Service error. And a point for the Tartans.
And those errors can be so costly, especially coming down to the wire in this fourth set.
It'll be Zoe Gavros to serve for the Tartans as the fans really get quiet all of a sudden. Now they start to come back to life. It's a kill for Eau Claire. They're 1 point away from us heading to a 5th set. CMU out of timeouts. Eau Claire does have one, but they'd like to just put it away here and force a 5th. Serve comes from Sasha Bovard, and it's out of bounds. CMU reaching 23. The elusive 24 is the mark that would really make a difference.
Back-to-back service errors for the Blue Golds.
You can start to feel some jitters maybe on their end as well. It'll be Elizabeth Schlemmer now, the senior from Centerville, Ohio, with the serve. Trying to keep the Tartans in it. It goes deep back to Erickson. Strong attack, no response there as Abby Stanwood dunks on the Tartans, and Wisconsin-Eau Claire wins set number 4, 25-23. It's a race to 15. When we return here, we'll crown a regional champion up next on NCAA.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to remain seated after the championship match for the announcement of the all-tournament.
Back live in Pittsburgh for the NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Regional Championship. Carnegie Mellon and Wisconsin-Eau Claire are headed to a 5th do-or-die set. Nick Schmeg here alongside Grant Archuleta. Both teams hitting under 150 through that 4th set. It was a very defensive set as we had a ton of different ties. We had 18 ties in that 4th set at almost every single point. Just an unprecedented number in the sport of volleyball. And as a result, it was a 25-23 win for Eau Claire. And the Blue Golds and the Tartans are going to settle it in set number 5.
The Tartans had a marathon last night against Hope. Now they face the same situation again.
Carnegie Mellon trying to draw upon the hometown Pittsburgh Steelers. They've got Renegade playing here. That's the go-to song for the Steelers in late game situations where they need a big stop. That said, I'm sure there's a lot of Packers fans watching from Wisconsin that know that sometimes Renegade doesn't always work, as of a couple weeks ago. And the Blue Golds are cool, calm, and collected at 29-4 overall. They're looking for their 30th win of the year and a trip to the NCAA quarterfinals for the 2nd time in 4 years. A race to 15. They'll switch sides about halfway through. They retain their sides from the 4th set, as the environment in the Highmark Center is raucous, to say the least. That goes for supporters of both sides. What an awesome regional tournament this has been. St. Mary's of Maryland, Otterbein, Wittenberg, Stevens, Hope, and Southern Virginia all able to take part in this regional pod. Here we go. Neha Tumala will begin for the Tartans with the serve. Poked over by Stanwood. Gavros with the set. Hergenrother. Jown with the attack. Either way you draw it up, it's going to be a block for the Blue Golds, and Wisconsin-Eau Claire begins with a 1-0 lead.
Eau Claire has been so good this whole tournament when they get the first point in the set.
Alex Keeble will look for the 2nd point. Jown to McFarland. Back in the other direction. Strong attack from Bailey Leak, who's led the team on offense tonight. Maybe a missed opportunity CMU fans were looking for there. They're going to lose the point as they thought they had it. But it's a 2-0 lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. It fell on the wrong side of the line. True freshman Alex Keeble serves and gets the ace. Will we see an early timeout here from Carnegie Mellon? It's 3-0. Coach Ann Bach, assistant coach Aaron Street telling the team You're all right. You're in this. You've won 2 sets. Over the top. Darian Andre. What can you do if you're CMU when you see Andre with an attack like that? A 4-0 runaway to begin this 5th set. A dream start to the deciding set for the Blue Golds.
Blue Golds in their last match in the 3rd and 4th set both had 4-0 opening runs. And that was a set to 25. Now in this 4th set, only need 15. The Tartans on their heels early.
Wisconsin-Eau Claire is 4-1 this year in 5-set matches. Their only loss was in the WIAC championship to Wisconsin-Oshkosh. Before that, they picked up 4 in a row to begin this season, including a 3-2 win over number 1 Wisconsin-Whitewater. Actually 4-2. They also lost to East Texas Baptist to begin the season in 5 sets. So they're trying not to bookend their year in 5-set losses. They're off to a pretty good start, though. Here in set 5, it's 4-0. Carnegie Mellon trying to use this energy from the home crowd to revitalize themselves, get back in this, and keep their postseason dreams alive. CMU appearing in the regional championship for just the 2nd time in program history, first since 2018. McFarland tried to get it to go. Leak. A slow volley back and forth, methodical, and it becomes an attacking error that gives CMU its first point of the 5th set.
Exactly what Coach Bach wants out of that timeout to win the point. So important.
Haven't seen a 5-0 start, and we won't tonight. It's a 4-1 start. Now it's 5-1 with the service error from Kate Jown. You can't be too mad with her if you're CMU. She's got 15 kills, attacking just shy of 300 this evening. She's been outstanding for the Tartans. Gavros with the dig. Jackson back the other way and into the net went the Tartans. It was Catherine Jackson, and it's a 6-1 lead for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. Popped up, kept alive. Keeble to the far side, another kill. It's Bailey Leak. And Ann Bach is going to have to take a second time out here. It looks like she's heading over to the official. She's not going to do it just yet. It's 7-1. You kind of get that faux timeout built in at the next point if it's Eau Claire's. And it is. It tucks inside. It's an ace. And it's an 8-1 lead as these teams will switch sides. All the momentum on the side of the Blue Golds.
All smiles for the Blue Golds and their crowd here in the Highmark Center. The Tartans want to make a run here in this 5th set. It's going to have to start right now. They cannot let them get to 10 points.
Don't forget, we stick around after the match. No matter who wins, we're going to see a trophy risen, and we'll have all that coverage for you right here on NCAA.com. Abby Stanwood serving for the Blue Golds. It falls. CMU all out of sorts right now. Ann Bach will take a second timeout. That's her final timeout. 9-1. Wisconsin-Eau Claire. They fell in the first set. They fell in the 3rd set. 25-23, then 25-18. They may very well prevail when it matters most, though, here in set number 5.
And all week, the Highmark Center for The Tartans have been on their side right now. Still everyone on their feet, but it's turned into a bit of a pressure cooker for Carnegie Mellon.
This is one of 3 games right now that's in the 5th set. Colby and Wesleyan are also tied at 2. Johns Hopkins and Laverne also tied at 2. Laverne trying to reverse sweep Johns Hopkins, the only team left in this tournament that was in last year's semifinals. Trinity, Texas has punched their ticket to Illinois. They beat MIT 3-1. Illinois Wesleyan and Calvin tied 1-1. And Wisconsin-Oshkosh with a 2-0 lead over fellow UAA team for the Tartans, Wash U. The Blue Goals are 6 points away from seeing their postseason run continue. Service goes out of bounds. Both points for CMU in this 5th set have been errors from the Blue Goals. They have yet to have a kill here in the 5th game.
Brinshern exactly who Coach Bach wants. Ball in hand for this serve. So good with tough serves.
Blue Goals looking to stand tall. They know the quest is almost finished, and they get a kill there. Alex Keeble with help from Bailey Leak up front. It's 10-2. The majority of the noise left in the Highmark Center to our left, where the Wisconsin-Eau Claire faithful has made the trip to Pittsburgh, and they've been here and they've been loud and proud all weekend long, as they should be. There's a point, though, for the Tartans to get the rest of the arena pumped up. You almost wonder with this much insurance if you see Kim Woody take more of a tactical timeout if CMU gets 1 or 2 points here. Danny Lee serving for the Tartans. Good serve. But it'll drop for Wisconsin-Eau Claire.
And that's when Leak was just trying to get it over for the reset. And the Tartans kind of gave him a freebie off the hands of Herkenrother.
Leak with 22 kills now tonight. She's been unstoppable. Stanwood with 19. 11-3. Gavros to Lee to Jackson. Now for the Blue Goals, Erickson popped over by Keeble. Schlemmer blocked at the net. Cinemo and Hag have been a dynamic duo up front for this Blue Goals defense.
Tartans out of timeout, so at the mercy of the Blue Goals.
Jackson blocked again. Again, it's Hag. This time Keeble with the assist. 13-3. CMU trying to do anything they can here in what has become a runaway for Wisconsin-Eau Claire. A strong tournament run, a strong night tonight for Carnegie Mellon, but will it be enough as Wisconsin-Eau Claire has just 2 points left? Good volley here for both sides. Crisp and clean, a kill from Bailey Leak, and the Blue Goals are 1 away.
Who else but Leak to get that kill? And now the ball in hand to serve on match point.
Into the net. 14-4. It's not over yet for Carnegie Mellon. Catherine Jackson will serve.
The Tartans have to be perfect.
Service comes in a very quiet arena. Loose ball. Nifty kill from Herkenrother. Double-handed swat to the back line there for her. Back-to-back points for the first time in the 5th set for the Tartans.
The whole crowd went silent when Herkenrother hit that one, hoping it would find the court.
And it stayed inside the line. It's a tall order from CMU, but the ask is still up for grabs. Another break point here for the Blue Golds. Can they secure their ticket in Bloomington? It's going to come after a timeout from Kim Woody.
A delayed timeout at that.
Very delayed, very last second there from the Blue Golds. You can see maybe a little hesitation, but they've got 2 to use. You might as well use 1. Carnegie Mellon used both their timeouts very early in this 5th set, as Eau Claire began with a 10-2 lead, a 9-1 lead as well at one point.
Now the Tartans have to go on a bit of a 10-0 run if they want any chance in this 5th set to take the match.
Colby College has defeated Wesleyan, Connecticut 3-2. They're the 4th participant to claim their spot. The 5th ticket to Bloomington, Illinois is up for grabs here, maybe in just a few seconds. The 2021 national champs, the Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds, trying to get back to that national final stage. The quarterfinals first, semifinals and finals all in the same weekend beginning on December 3rd. What does Carnegie Mellon have to say about it? They trail 14-6 in the 5th and final set here this evening. Service comes for the Tartans. Erickson underneath it. There's Keeble at the net. Lily Hagg. And a point for the Tartans. Everyone was holding their breath. Jackson continuing to serve here for CMU. Gets it over the net. And the kill comes from Cinema, and the Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds are regional champs. The teams will greet each other at the net as a quest for a second national championship in 5 years is alive and well for the Blue Golds. Both teams huddle as the Blue Golds plan out the rest of their postseason plans and begin to celebrate. Carnegie Mellon come together in a moment of solidarity. A historic season for the Tartans. It's not the way they wanted it to end, but it is a program best year for Carnegie Mellon women's volleyball. And looking back on it, they will be more than proud of themselves, as they should be. Let's listen in here to the court.
Ladies and gentlemen, we present the 2025 NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball All-Tournament Team. Please direct your attention to center court for the presentation of the 2025 Women's Volleyball Regional All-Tournament Team. At center, from Hope, senior Lauren Lee. At center, from Wittenberg, sophomore Mary Sulfrid. At libero, from Carnegie Mellon University, junior and outside hitter, from Carnegie Mellon University, junior number 18, Kate Jenny. Wisconsin-Eau, freshman number 2, Alex Keeble. An outside hitter from Wisconsin-Eau, senior number 3, Abby Stanwood. Side hitter from Wisconsin-Eau, senior number 8, Bailey Lee. And ladies and gentlemen, the 2025 most outstanding player of the Pittsburgh Regional is from Wisconsin-Eau, senior number 8, Bailey Lee. For our 2025 All-Tournament team. And now for the regional runner-up, please join us in recognizing the Carnegie Mellon University champion. Will the following individuals please step forward to be recognized? Number 1, Sophie Pan. Number 2, Bella Woodard. Number 3, Bryn Shern. Number 4, the captain, Catherine Jackson. Number 5, Elizabeth Schlemmer. Number 6, Juliana McFarland. Number 7, Catherine Marshall. Number 8, Neha Tamala. Number 10, Kai Hartenlofer. Number 11, Izzy Safer. Number 14, Sienna Clement. Number 15, Carolyn Smith. Number 17, Danny Lee. Number 18, Kate Brown. Number 19, Logan Devereaux. And number 20, Melissa Jin. Special recognition to the coaching staff, the head coach, Ann Bach, assistant coach Aaron Street, athletic trainer Sal Vallejo, athletic trainer Chris Canals, and team manager Bella Sierra. One more hand for your Carnegie Mellon Spartans. Let's give all these outstanding student athletes, coaches, and staff one more round of applause. And now, the 2025 NCAA Division III Women's Volleyball Pittsburgh Regional Champion, the Blue Gold of Wisconsin-Eau. Will the following individuals please step forward to be recognized? Number 2, Alex Keeble. Number 3, Abby Stanwood. Number 4, Maya Cinemo. Number 5, Katie Mercure. Number 6, Mary Zettel. Number 8, Bailey Lee. Number 9, Caitlin Erickson. Number 10, Darian Andre. Number 11, Connie Johnson. Number 12, Abigail Rowland. Number 13, Sasha Bobar. Number 14, Izzy Grace. Number 15, Laura Erickson. Number 16, Hannah Dole. Number 20, McKenna Larson. Number 21, Autumn Street. Number 24, Lily Hack. Number 27, Rachel Johnson. Number 28, Mara Pruitt. Number 29, Ivy Manning. And number 30, Amelia Herrick. And the coaching staff of the Blue Bulls, head coach Kim Woody, assistant coaches Alex Berger, Dylan Graver, Jody Reisman, Hunter Barrow, and Kyle Moore, administrator Nick Hogan, media Sam Milner, and athletic trainers Allison Bullheads and Robin Baker. Will head coach Kim Woody and the team captains please come forward to accept the regional champion trophy. Congratulations to the Wisconsin-Eau Blue Gold, the Pittsburgh Regional Champions. On behalf of the NCAA and our host institution, Carnegie Mellon University, we thank you for your attendance at the 2025 NCAA Pittsburgh Women's Volleyball Championship. Once again, congratulations to our regional champions, the Wisconsin-Eau Blue Gold. Best of luck in the next round.
That's all she wrote from Pittsburgh. It has been an outstanding weekend here at Carnegie Mellon University. Want to give a special congratulations, of course, to both teams here tonight. Carnegie Mellon with an amazing season. Big congratulations to the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire Blue Golds for winning the regional championship, but also want to give a special thanks to all of the support staff here at Carnegie Mellon University. It is not easy to host one of these regional tournaments, and they rose to the occasion on pretty limited notice this week as well. So Mark Fisher, the sports information director, and then everyone under the administration of athletic director Dr. Josh Center has done an outstanding job here this week. Wisconsin-Eau Claire is moving on to the national quarterfinals for our entire crew, not just tonight, but for this whole weekend. Jared Barton, Randy Gore, Scott Donnelly, Hannah Knoll, and for tonight's crew, Drew Von Sayo, Amanda Sloan, Grant Archuleta, who's been here all 3 days and nights this week. I'm Nick Schmeck saying thanks so much for watching. Tonight, the NCAA Women's Volleyball Regional Championship won by Wisconsin-Eau Claire right here on NCAA.com.